huge play. Q, huge play. Harold making a big play. And then another rookie making his first start. Nice job, Shedeur. Well done. There's that old saying, save the best for last. How about that fucking defensive performance? Holy is what I have to say about that. 10 sacks by our defense. 10 sacks. Okay? I got one ball in my hand. Okay, I got a guy, he's got to get a cold every week. Okay, he had a cold this week. Wasn't feeling himself. 3 sacks, which gives him 18 on the season through 11 games, which breaks his own Browns record. Miles Garrett.
Come on, man.
Yeah, making his first start. A guy that you didn't really want to start. A guy that you didn't even want in your organization.
Right.
And that's all he get. Great job.
Well,
he don't get no game ball?
Nah, he don't get no game ball, Unc. That wasn't his pick. That's not what they want. They don't want him to succeed. You know that. That's no disrespect. The owner told you to himself. Even the head coach.
Welcome everybody to the Sports Culture, all things sports. It's Jay Banfo, and we got to talk about Shedeur Sanders. But before we get into that, like, comment, share, subscribe, and thanks for your support. So today, Shedeur was named the starting quarterback for the Browns, despite Dillon Gabriel being cleared of a concussion. Now, Shedeur had a good game versus the Raiders, in which he went 11 for 20 for 209 yards, 1 touchdown, and 1 pick. If you watch my previous video on Shedeur, I felt like he played well enough to continue to start, regardless if Dillon Gabriel is healthy or not. Now, what has surprised me is the discourse that the national media has taken when discussing Shedeur. Now, like I said, Shedeur had a good game, but if you listen to the national media, you would have thought Shedeur was the second coming of Tom Brady. I made it my intent to see how they were going to cover Shedeur, and he's getting entirely too much credit for the win when the defense was the main reason why they won. The defense had 10 sacks, and Miles Garrett had 3 of them, who is arguably the best player in the NFL right now. So I don't want to discredit Shedeur or take anything away from him. He did his job, and I want to see him continue to grow. But what continues to make my head hurt is seeing Shedeur and Deion fans be biased when talking about him. I get it. We all love the Sanders family. However, we all need to be objective when discussing Deion and Shedeur. Now, not to get off track, but did y'all see what happened with Coach Prime did in his game versus Arizona State? He put in Ronald Coleman to run the ball in a critical time of the game. The only issue is Ronald Coleman plays wide receiver and has never carried the ball in his entire football career. This happened in the 4th quarter, and guess what happened? He fumbled the ball. He basically cost them the game, but nobody naturally wants to discuss it because they don't want to be critical of Coach Prime. That's what's going on with Shedeur right now. Even if you are objective like myself, you will be called a hater just because you don't think Shedeur is that good. And lastly, I'm still seeing folks in the media say Coach Kevin Stefanski doesn't like and is trying to sabotage Shedeur. They are actually mad that Stefanski didn't give more credit to Shedeur after the win. In my eyes, they wanted Coach Stefanski to get down on both knees, and I'm just going to leave it at that. But if you know, you know. The game ball actually went to Miles Garrett, and he deserved it, not the rookie quarterback who managed the game. Now that Shedeur is the starter, the discourse is only going to get worse. I'm really interested to see what the excuse will be when Shedeur actually plays bad. Now, we've seen him play bad in that preseason game versus the Rams, and the excuses were off the chart. I just hope one day the media can put their pom-poms down and be objective. But I'm not that optimistic. Now, with that being said, like, comment, share, subscribe, and I'll see y'all next time.